Yeah, they can't see it, man. I'm back, guys. This is unknown, a new name. I think I got some old people subscribed to me that I can't touch on, so I got to be very careful on what I say. So here it is, man. This is my point for today. They can't see it. That's my point. They can't see it. I started dating this girl about 2 months ago, and beautiful girl, awesome chick, you know, on her best behavior for the first month, and it was just awesome. It was amazing. It was beautiful. It was like heaven, having her around and going on dates with her and having her around. She'd come by my house. It was so simple. It was just beautiful. It was like so easy to make it work. Everything was working perfectly. It's like a fine engine running like perfectly, hitting on all cylinders. You know what I mean? Like it was so sick, man. And but I know in the back of my mind that women always put their best show on when they first start dating. So I realized that might not be her being honest with who she is and how she really acts. So after about a month, you'll know. After about 2 weeks, 3-4 weeks, you'll start to see that women, they start to crack, you know, like ice. You know, they start to crack because they're cold as ice. Their hearts are cold as ice, and you'll start to see cracks in their masks, and they'll start to see cracks in their behaviors. And that's what happened. It's the same thing that always happens, man. And I don't think there's something wrong with me when it comes to dating. I think what it is I'm just so smart when it comes to like how women act that I can kind of see it coming before it happens. I've talked about this before in previous videos, and I could just see I'm not gonna let it slide. Like when I see women start to change their behaviors and start to change patterns, I call them out. I'm like, you know what? This isn't how you act normally. Like, you're changing already. Like, you're changing your behaviors. You're changing how often you see me. You're changing how much we sleep together. You're changing these patterns. And you're making excuses. More excuses than you used to make. You used to make no excuses. When I said, hey, we're going to see each other tomorrow, you'd be like, yeah, you would be there. And then after about 4 or 5 weeks, it's like, oh, well, I'm busy. You know, they start to just crack. They start to not be so committed. And they start to make excuses, and that's a typical thing. That's a red flag you gotta look out for, guys, if you really see that. And what it is, they can't see it. Even when you show it to them, that's my point of this video. Even when you show them, like, proof, like real truth. Like, when you show them real truth and real proof of what you do for your family. Because I have a family. You know, I brought her over here. She called my bluff. She's like, oh, well, you're living with your baby's mama and you have a kid. I'm like, yeah, I do. And you can meet her. You can talk to her. It's fine. I actually, for the first time, I actually went on a limb and said, yeah, and I have nothing to hide. We've been separated for 3 years. You can meet her if you want. We'll have dinner together. And she came over and we had dinner. It was dope. We had dinner. We had steaks, marinated. It was dope. And it was cool. The kids are all playing together. It was like a big community. And that's what I think needs to happen. And I thought I was doing the right thing. And after that, it kind of went downhill, man. And but the point I want to make is, like, when you show it to them, though. When you show it to them. Like, I met a girl, a single woman with 2 kids. She was divorced. I showed her, I brought her into my home. And I showed her how I take care of my family. Brand new 2-story house, bunk beds. You know, computers, flat screens everywhere, stereos, just money everywhere, brand new cars, just, you know, $250,000 of wealth. I showed her. I showed it to her. I said, this is how I take care of the women that I care about. Even the women that I don't even sleep with anymore, I still take care of them very well. So if you're my main chick, if you're like my main chick, like, you don't think I'm not going to try my best to take care of you? Like, definitely I will. Like, I showed her living proof of how I take care of my family, and I will always take care of my family on this high level, this rich 1% level that I run my ship on. I showed her. She met my wife. She met my kid. First chick I ever dated that met my kid. And she threw it away like trash. In about 5-6 weeks, she threw it away like trash. Like it was garbage. Like it was nothing. And that's why my point today is they can't see it. You can show it to them right in front of their face. You could bring them up to your 2-story house with solar panels, and it's not even me about bragging or nothing, man. But I cooked her fucking $50 steaks and all this shit, man. Like, I did it like 8 times, and I gave her tons of gifts, and I gave her cash money. I showed her, like, I have money. Like, here's money. You need money? Here's money. Because she's always bitching about the money that she didn't have and all this shit. And I sexed her down properly. I did everything. I was alpha as fuck, man. And after about 6 weeks, she got bored, or she met another guy. I don't know exactly, because women don't ever tell you what their truths are. See, men are all about truth. Like, I'm all about truth, but women don't tell their truths. You know, so I don't know exactly what happened and where I went wrong, but I don't think I really went wrong. I think the only place I went wrong is when I met her and I started dating her. I think that's where I went wrong. And if I could do it over again, I would have said, like, nah, no thank you. Like, you're garbage, you're trash. So she's trash. She treated me like trash when I treated her like royalty. And I treated her kids like royalty and all that shit. But you know what? At the end of the day, they just can't see it. You can show it to them. You can present it, put it right in front of their face and say, hey, I'm living proof that I take care of the women in my life and the children in my life. I take care of them. And you're a woman, and you're my chick, and you have kids, and I will take care of you, and I will provide. And I did. I did everything that was asked of me, above and beyond, over 100%. I did it. And after 5 weeks, she was over with it, bro. And she tried to friend zone me. And when women try to friend zone you guys, that's when you got to cut it off, because that's where the games begin, and you really got to try a lot harder to, like, impress them, and it really doesn't make sense, because they've already moved on. But they're not going to tell you that they moved on. They're just going to act like shit's kind of like the same. But you know that they moved on when they stopped sexing you. So, you know, I asked her out a couple times. I went on vacation. I went out of town. I got on a plane. I came back, and I didn't see her for like 3 weeks. I asked her out a couple times. I was trying to take her to musicals, and I was trying to take her out for breakfast, and she's like, no, I'm good. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, that's fine with me. So I just blocked her. I didn't even break up with her. I just blocked her, because she blocked me. In a way, in a different time of way, she blocked me. She blocked me from, like, having access to see her, to talk to her on the phone. She blocked access for me to have dates with her. She blocked our relationship from moving forward. So the only option you have as a man at that point, if you have any respect for yourself, is you have to block the woman in your life from having access to you. And it's very simple. You go on your phone and you push block, and it's over. That chick can never call you again from that phone number. She could actually go around it and actually call you from her mom's phone or something like that, friend's phone. But this chick didn't even do that. That's how I knew this shit was double over, because she didn't even do that. Like, she knows where I live. She could have came to my house. There's like 12 ways she could have contacted me, and she didn't. She didn't give a fuck about me. She never did. That's actually the truth I want to tell you guys, is that most women don't. They act like they do for about 3 or 4 weeks, and then they don't. So, and then the reason why is because they can't see it. They don't see the value in you, even though you work hard and you have a hard job and you're making money and you're giving them cash and all this stuff, and you're fucking them like they've never been fucked before. They just can't see it. They just always think there's a better deal out there, better than you. And the second they think they find that online or online dating, that's what I really think happened. I think she found some other guy that was running better game, talking better game than me. And she's just like, this guy is fucking garbage. This guy is trash. So the second they start to treat you like trash, my advice is to start treating them like trash and throw them in the garbage. And it's not even recyclable. It's just garbage. It's just landfill trash, hose. That's what they are, man. And when they start acting like hoes and trash, treat them like hoes and trash. Fuck them, dump them. That's it. And then block them so they can't even come back into your life, because they're trash. And no good man needs trash in their life.